Hi. Bye bye. Bye. Alright. Haven't made one of those videos in a while. What I want to show you is I go around, thank you. What I want to show you is this old building. It is actually a stadium. It's an old stadium. We're gonna go. Probably I should have gone the other way, but look at this. Maybe we can even go in these buildings, but we will definitely get into the stadium. It's an old stadium. I don't think it's in use anymore, and it's here in Da Nang, Vietnam. And you know who you can rely on to show you this type of things. And there's a lot of smoke here. Ooh. Smoke is so strong. Everyone is showing you the beach, the sunny Da Nang, and this and that. And I'll be showing you that as well, don't get me wrong, but oh, look at this. It's an outside gym. Pretty nice, pretty nice. So as I said, I'll be showing you that type of things as well. But I truly like, going on a little adventure and explore a little bit. This is how I am. Maybe you like this type of things as well, maybe you don't. I don't know, but if you're here sticking with me in this video this far, you probably enjoy this type of adventures as well. This is pretty raw. I'm seeing everything for the first time, and I just show you how I walk. I'll be mindful not to make this video extremely long. It will probably be long anyways, but look. I actually usually go inside this type of buildings. Now I don't want to do it right now because I'm with my good clothes on. I don't want to get dusty. No, it's not necessarily just that, but I just don't want to. I don't want to do it now, and I don't want to waste too much time with that. But that being said, we're still going to go into the stadium. I think it's pretty fascinating. So let's see, look. We just need to see like an open space or somewhere where we can get in by. I see a place here without a door, but let's check it out. Nah. You also have to be mindful of, animals. And when I say animals, I mean like rats and things like that. We don't want to get beaten by any of these. Even a mosquito can end you up at an emergency room, like it happened for me. More so a rat. But nonetheless, we should still get in. Yeah, so I'm just showing you around. In fact, I don't even have anything special to share with you today. I just want to show you around. Oh, look at there. Oh, there's a dog here. I don't want to wake the dog up, scare him. Yeah, there you go. There you go, guys. Hi, hello. So we're not alone. Look at this. Be honest, it looked a whole lot bigger than this from the outside. This is still very, very nice. Very nice. Let's try and see if we can get up there at the top. Yeah, so I'll take the opportunity to actually share something with you guys while I'm showing you the video that came into my mind now. I'll probably make a separate video about that as well. But let me do it like this. But what I want to share with you guys is, and I've said this before, there's so many people who think that they need money, or they say, so the main problem why people don't travel, because that's what I want to talk about, is either money or time. They either say, when I'll have money, when I'll have enough money saved up, that's when I'm gonna do it. Or let me look at this. Pretty nice, huh? So they either don't have money and they want to save, and they say, okay, when I saved X amount of money, that's when I'll travel. Or they say, when I'm going to retire, that's when I'll travel. You know what, guys? In fact, I've met so many people who are traveling, or they straight up move to Vietnam or Thailand, and they are not retired, and they are not making $10,000 per month, okay? Because that's kind of the golden, I don't know how you say that, golden goose or golden something. Like everyone in the making money online space is like, that's the magic number, right? $10,000 per month. But there are many people making like $2,000, $3,000. There's so many people making between $2,000 and $3,000 per month, and they work online. I've met an accountant that does that. A lot of IT people, IT people probably, like, if they're employed, they also make, depends, because like not everyone is employed in US, they're employed in from other countries. I met a Russian who's employed in his own country, and he's well, he's not making $10,000 per month. He's in IT, but he can work from anywhere, and he can travel. And in fact, he can save money. Why can he save money? Well, because it's much more affordable to live in a country like Vietnam than it is, or in a city like Da Nang, let's be more specific, than it is. Oh, look, I'll show you the bathrooms as well. Than it is to be living in a city like Moscow, right? Or even Hanoi and Moscow, two capitals. It's more expensive to live in Moscow than it is to live in Hanoi. So you don't need a lot of money. And you also don't need to be retired. These people that I'm telling you about right now, look at this, very interesting, just one chair here. These people are not retired. They are people your age, people my age. So you gotta get out of that mentality. Okay, I want to travel, but I don't make enough money, or I don't have time. Granted, when we're talking about time, I'm mostly referring to single guys or married couples without children. I'm not talking about people that have small children and a whole family that they need to take care of. That's a little different. But what I want to say is you just have to get over this idea that you need to make $10,000 per month, or you need to be retired. Essentially, you don't. The only thing you need is to be able to work online, to be able to work remotely. And for that, you need to have either a job, a skill that you can sell. Well, if it's a job, you're also selling a skill, but I'm talking more a job like a 9 to 5, a skill that you can sell as a freelancer, or a business that it's either online or that you can coordinate from anywhere, right? Because I met this type of people as well, who have like a small business back home, usually US or Canada, and they coordinate it from here. And some people even are traveling for 6 months and then 6 months are back home, But to be making money consistently, and I think this is really important, to be making money consistently and not travel on your savings, what you need, the only things that you need, or like the options that you have, is have a skill that you can monetize and that can allow you to work online, okay? And then you can get either a 9 to 5 or job, right? A 9 to 5 job, or be a freelancer. Look at this. Or, okay, so 9 to 5, be a freelancer, or have a business. Typically, online business, right? And to me, honestly, the one that makes sense the most and the one that is, I don't want to say the best, but most applicable to me is have a skill and be a freelancer, and potentially turning freelancing into an actual company with, contractors, and potentially having one or two full-time employees as well. But have a skill first, be a freelancer, and then once you have many clients, you can subcontract some of the work. And that's exactly what I do. And the reason I say, let me sit here actually. It's a little windy, so I don't know how it will be with this microphone. But anyways, yeah, that's what I do, and I think it's the best one in terms of risks versus rewards. And what do I mean by that? Obviously, with anything you do, or not risks versus rewards, also risks versus rewards, but also benefits, or like upsides versus downsides. I'm searching for a place to sit, in fact, and just have a talk with you here. Yeah. So upsides versus downsides, in my opinion, the best one is just master a skill, freelance, and it can be anything. IT, learn how to make websites, marketing, what I do, Facebook ads, Instagram ads. You can learn Google ads, YouTube ads, whatever it is. Web design. However, there is a few that I think are better than others. There are some that I think they are better than others, but I'll get into that a little later. But that's the only thing you really need. That's the only thing you really need, and not only that you will be able to travel, but you'll be able to also save some money as a freelancer. I'm not talking about owning a company. I'm not talking about making $10,000 a month. I'm not even talking about making $5,000 a month. Under $5,000 a month. And you'll be saving money. Alright? And you'll be seeing the world, or different places of the world, and you'll be able to, just explore different cultures, different places, whether you like places like these ones, like I do, I like to explore places like these, or not. Doesn't matter. But you'll be able to see other places for yourself and enjoy the experiences and grow as a human. Because traveling, traveling will put you in some situations that will inevitably make you grow as a human, as a person, as a man, as a woman. Alright? But the reason I say, mastering a skill and freelancing, in my opinion, is better than pretty much any other options. But it's close to getting a remote job, in my opinion. Like it's very close to getting a remote job. Let me put it this way: Freelancing, I think, is the best. Getting a remote job is second best, and starting an online business where you sell things online, I think is third best. Not because it's not good, it's just because it's more complex and more difficult. You need to know marketing as well, but you also need to do a lot of research about the product or whatever it is that you're selling. So I'm right now I'm thinking about drop shipping, all right? But there's a lot that goes into that. But if you master a skill, and in my opinion, especially marketing, because marketing and sales, basically marketing and sales, communication as well, but those are skills that if you master, you can use them in any industry, and you can use them in everyday life. Okay, so but yeah, freelancing, I think, is best because you can make your own schedule, right? For me, most of the time, if there is something, if an opportunity appears, I can actually drop the work that I was planning to do in that day and just do it tomorrow. Okay? Usually. Not in all cases, but usually. Now, again, do I want to do that all the time? Of course not. But can I? Yes, I can. In most cases, right? In the majority of time. And when you have a remote job, you cannot really do that, right? Because you need to be probably active or available from 9 to 5, or within a certain period of time, during a certain period of time within a day, right? For 8 hours or however long. So that's the only disadvantage I see with working a 9 to 5 remotely versus being a freelancer. Now, I said I'm going to mention, because I gave you some examples, web design, web developer, some professions or some skills that you can acquire in order to sell them to businesses. And I do believe there are some skills that are better and some skills that are good, but they're not as good in terms of enabling you to have consistency, right? So for me, it's very important to be able to get a few clients, establish a great relationship with them, and be able to service those clients each and every month and get paid for it. I don't want to have to search for clients every single week, right? Or every single month. I don't want to have to do that. Now, of course, I can do that, and you can do that if you want to grow and if you want to have more work, basically, and make more money. But with, for example, doing marketing, Facebook ads, Google ads, Instagram ads, YouTube ads, marketing, they need that consistently. It's not a one-off job. It's not like you develop a website, you finish the website, you finish the job, you got your money, that's it, you have to search for another client. Okay? So you have to be mindful what type of skill you're developing and, make an analysis. But one of the most important aspects of this is consistency. You don't want to, once you acquire a client, if you're doing a good job for that client, you want the peace of mind that that client is going to be with you for months or years to come. Okay? And yeah, you don't even need to actually force your clients to sign a 6-month contract or anything of that nature. What agencies usually do, you only need to provide results for them, and you don't need to be providing phenomenal, out of this world type of results. You just need to get them more business, make more money than what they pay you. Okay, that's it. That's the bottom line. And then if you have, and I've been saying this so many times, if you have, for example, just 6 clients paying you $500 per month. And by the way, guys, $500 per month is not that much. It's not much at all. Just search, agency owners, SMMA, or, Facebook ads, how much should I charge my client? And you'll see people are talking numbers like $2,000 per month, $3,000 per month, and so on, okay? So $500 per month is on the low end, but let's keep it like that, Just have 6 clients paying you $500 per month. You're making $3,000 per month. And the advantage with this type of, with this skill, Facebook ads and Instagram ads, is that you will have them as clients in the next month, and the month after, and the month after. So you don't need to worry about too much. And once you implement the processes, you only have to manage. You only have to manage the campaigns. And it's not a whole lot of work to do. Of course, you're responsible for their money. You don't want them to waste money, because it's really important, it's their hard-earned money, and they have to make more than they pay you and more than they spend as a budget, on any of these platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Google. But if you do that, if you manage to do that, then you don't have to worry about finding new clients every single month. Anyways, guys, I think I'm rambling now, so I'm gonna stop it here. I just want to tell you, if you want to learn this, do it. You can do it online. You can see there are other people who are teaching this. I am teaching this as well, and part of my program is that I'm going to coach you one-on-one. We will have Zoom calls, me and you, and I will teach you everything that I know. Okay, I have invested well over between $7,000 and $10,000 in online programs and courses. I also have a bachelor's degree in innovation and entrepreneurship, so I went down that route as well. And I've been doing this for, specifically Facebook and Instagram ads, for over half a decade now. Okay, I've been selling online since 2017. I don't want to make no mistakes. 2017, 2018, right? Beginning of the year, January, February. So for about 7-8 years. So I do have a little bit of experience, I'm not the best marketer in the world, far from it, but I do have a little bit of experience, and if you're interested, we can, I can teach you everything that I know. I've compiled a program, and on top of the program, on top of the videos that I have and all the tools that I'm going to share with you, I'm also going to coach you one-on-one. We'll have Zoom meetings. You ask me questions, I offer you guidance and all that. Anyways, this is the end of the video. I want to show you this one more time. The beautiful stadium. I think this will do for a great thumbnail. Let's see.
Real Madrid. Halaman Rich.
Hala Madrid. Arsenal, Arsenal.
Hala Madrid, hala Madrid. Oh, okay, okay.
Last one, last one.
Gặn vô sao quá tới đâu.
Oh, very good.